Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome back to another video. My name is Tawanda, and I'm the Migraine Crafting Diva. And on this channel, I do decorating on a budget, DIYs, and hauls with a sprinkle of migraine enlightenment. And today's migraine fact is, the causes of migraines are varied. It could be hereditary, lifestyle, environmental factors, and changes in hormone levels have been implicated and probably all contribute to some degree of the onset and the severity of the migraine. And now that we've gotten that fact out of the way, we're going to go ahead and get started with today's video. So for DIY number one, I'm going to use this wooden house that I received a couple of years ago for my birthday. And I also went online and found a free printable for Christmas Advent calendar scripture cards. Excuse me. And I'm going to go ahead and cut those out into the little individual cards. And now what I'll be doing is I'll be placing those into the drawers on the house. So the wooden Christmas house has 24 drawers. And what I'm doing now is I'm going to use the Waverly Antique Wax. And I'm just going to go ahead and cover the whole house with the Waverly Antique Wax. And once I've covered it, I'm going to take some of the white folk art paint. And then I'm going to take some of the Waverly Cashew. And I'm going to just do like a light brushing of both onto like a dry brush kind of sort of onto the house and onto the drawers. And I'll just do I'm going to mix both colors up, and then I'll just dry brush it until I get the desired effect that I would like to have. And then once I've done that and the paint and the wax is completely dry, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and start adding the scripture cards into the drawers onto the house. And then once I've done that, then this DIY basically will be complete. And I just think that using the scripture cards is a good way for family members and young kids to be able to learn the true meaning of Christmas. And yeah, I actually really do like this DIY. And what I'm thinking that I may end up doing also is, once Christmas is over, I may just cover up the Christmas part of it and still continue to use the house and put my daily Bible verses in it, so that when I wake up in the morning, I can just pull one out and read it. But yes, this is basically it for this DIY. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. And if you're able to find one of these, I would suggest getting one. I believe this was purchased either at Michael's or Joann's. But yes, and it also has a light in it. So once I have everything complete and it's completely dry and I have the cards in, I'll turn the light on and then I'll turn the lights out so that you can see what it looks like. And it's simple, but I absolutely just love the way that it turned out. So let me know what you think. And I would just like to note that if you do happen to find one of these, just be careful when you're moving it around, because the drawers easily fall out, as you can see here. Yes, yeah. And I also had to take each drawer out individually to put the antique wax on it. So I just wanted to remind you of that. And like I said, again, that is it for this DIY. And I absolutely love the way that it turned out. Okay, so on to DIY number 2. I am using this coaster, and then I have the Bible verse printed out on a napkin that I had intention to use, but it did not come out like I wanted it to, and it kind of just blended in with the napkin. So what I ended up doing was taking some of the white faux leather from Dollar Tree, and I taped it onto a piece of printer paper, and then I printed out the Bible verse for I know the plans I have for you, Jeremiah 29:11. And it actually printed out, which was great. It was a happy accident, and I'm happy that it actually worked out because now I know that I can use my printer to print out to print on the faux leather if I don't want to pull my Cricut out. So here I am using some of the Aleene's tacky glue, and I'm just gonna give it a good nice coat before to be able to adhere the faux leather onto the coaster. And then once I have it adhered and it's completely dried, I'm going to go ahead and take some of the black folk art paint, and I'm also going to go ahead and drill a hole into the top of the coaster because I'm going to turn this into an ornament. And I'm taking the black folk art paint, excuse me, I can't talk today, and I'm just going to go around the edges of the leather just to give it a little bit of definition. And as I was doing that, I kind of slipped up and messed up a little bit. So I took a wet paper towel to try and wipe it off, and it just made a bigger mess. But then I actually ended up liking the way that the black kind of soaked into the creases of the leather and gave it a little bit of definition and shadow. So I just went back around and added the black paint again and just kind of smeared it around just to give it a little bit more definition. And then once I did that, I took a piece of ribbon that I purchased from Joann's, and I have a smaller roll of that ribbon, but I just could not find it. So what I ended up doing was taking the ribbon and I cut it in half, and then I folded it to make one piece, as you can see here. And I left the edges frayed because I kind of liked the rusted look of it. And then I made a shoestring bow. So once I stuck the ribbon into the hole and got it to the length that I wanted to make it have like 2 loops instead of 1. So what I'm doing here is creating the first loop, and then I'm going to put the bow where I created the first loop because I didn't want the bow to be at the bottom of the ornament. I wanted it to be a little bit higher to yeah, look how cute that is. And then I'm going to go ahead and then make the second loop, which is what I'll use to be able to hang the ornament onto the tree. And this is like a rustic bow, and not bow, this is a rustic Christmas ornament, and I really love the way that it turned out. It's my favorite. It's one of my favorite DIYs that I've done. But look at it. Look how cute that is. So we're on to our last and final DIY number 3. And I am going to take one of these wooden blackboard houses that I purchased at the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to take some of the Waverly Antique Wax, and I'm going to go ahead and use that on the edges of the house. And then once I've done that, I'm going to take this sticker, Oh Holy Night, that I picked up at Walmart probably like 4 or 5 years ago. And I'm just going to go ahead and place that in the corner of the house. And I'm going to take some of the snowflakes from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to go ahead and add 4 of those to the top of the house. And then once I did that, I decided I think it needs something else. So I ended up taking 3 of the wooden snowflakes and some of the Waverly agave paint, and I ended up adding those also to the house. And what I did was I took the wooden beads from the Dollar Tree and I painted those the agave color. And then once I did that, I placed those onto the back of the snowflakes just to give them some height. So you'll see that once after I have placed the white snowflakes, you'll see what I did with the wooden snowflakes. And that is it for this DIY. It's simple, easy, fast, and it actually turned out really nice. So let me know what you think. And I would just like to thank you for watching this video and spending the day with me. Again, my name is Tawanda, and I'm the Migraine Crafting Diva. And if you like what I am doing, please like, share, and subscribe. And please remember to always be nicer, be kinder. God will love you for it. And I hope you have a blessed day. And I will see you next Sunday. Goodbye.